You're standing in a dimly lit, ornate foyer. Cobwebs drape over a grand, dusty staircase. Okay, the air is thick with anticipation. Hello, everyone, and welcome to what might be the most unique and terrifying video I've ever made. I've always been fascinated by what truly scares us. Is it jump scares? Psychological tension? The unknown? So, I had a crazy idea. What if I let an artificial intelligence design my ultimate haunted house? I fed an advanced AI everything I could find on horror, from classic Gothic literature to modern psychological thrillers, and told it to create a floor plan and a series of experiences designed for maximum fear. Today we're going to walk through its creation. This isn't just a haunted house. It's a tour of a machine's understanding of human terror. Let's see what it came up with. You walk towards the first door, hand hesitating over the knob. Closing parenthesis. All right, the first room. The AI labeled this the nursery of forgotten memories. It sounds unsettling. According to the AI's notes, this room is designed to tap into childhood fears and the uncanny valley. It's not about loud noises, but about things being just slightly wrong. Here we go. The door creaks open to reveal a nursery frozen in time. Ouch. Rocking horses sway gently on their own, and antique dolls with glassy eyes seem to follow your every move. The wallpaper is peeling, revealing strange, childlike drawings underneath. Whoa, okay, this is immediately creepy. Look at this. The rocking horse is moving, but there's no draft in here, in these dolls. The AI specifically designed their faces to be just off-center enough to trigger a subconscious sense of unease. It said the human brain is wired to detect facial symmetry, and even a slight deviation can feel deeply disturbing. The air is cold here too. The AI planned for a specific temperature drop in this room to simulate a supernatural presence. It's not just what you see, but what you feel. It's brilliant, and honestly, it's working. I feel like I'm being watched from a dozen different angles. Let's move on before I start talking to the dolls. You exit the nursery and walk down a long, narrow hallway where the walls seem to close in. The next section is called the Corridor of Whispers. The AI's concept here is auditory fear. It programmed a series of directional speakers hidden in the walls to play low-frequency whispers that are almost imperceptible. You can't quite make out the words, which is the point. Your brain tries to fill in the gaps, often with your own deepest anxieties. Can you hear that? It's like a soft murmur, just on the edge of hearing. Yeah. The AI even factored in the architecture. The long, narrowing perspective of the hallway is a classic horror trope used to create a feeling of being trapped and funneled towards an unknown threat. I can see a door at the end. I have a bad feeling about what's behind it. You reach the door at the end of the hall and open it, revealing a library with books chaotically strewn everywhere. In the center is an empty chair facing a dark fireplace. The AI calls this room the scholar's madness. The idea here is intellectual dread and existential horror. It's not about ghosts, but about the fear of losing your mind. The AI generated thousands of pages of nonsensical, looping text for these books, symbols and equations that lead nowhere. It's meant to overwhelm the senses and simulate the feeling of information overload and insanity. And this single chair. The AI's notes say it's placed in the commanding position of the room, but it's empty, suggesting a void of knowledge or a departed soul. It's a very psychological approach. It's not about something jumping out at you, but the slow, creeping realization that nothing makes sense. This is genuinely impressive in the creepiest way possible. It's one thing to be scared by a monster, but another to be scared by an idea. You leave the library and step outside into a walled-off, overgrown garden under a fake moonlit sky. And for the finale, the AI designed a garden. It's called the Garden of Silent Statues. This is its take on the fear of the unknown and of being watched. These statues are all classical, but the AI has subtly altered their poses. Some are weeping, some have their hands outstretched as if pleading, and some are just watching. The AI programmed a system where when you're not looking directly at a statue, it will pivot ever so slightly on its base. It's too slow to see. But every time you turn around, they're in a slightly different position. It's a terrifying real-life version of the weeping angels. You get this constant nagging feeling that you're being hunted. What an experience. From childhood fears to psychological dread and the pure terror of being stalked, this AI has created a masterpiece of horror. It understood that fear isn't just one thing. It's a complex spectrum of our deepest anxieties. This was genuinely one of the most frightening things I've ever done. Thank you so much for joining me on this tour of the AI-designed haunted house. It's a fascinating and chilling look at how technology can interpret human emotion. If you enjoyed this journey into the uncanny, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let me know in the comments what kind of fears you think an AI would be best at creating. Stay safe, and see you next time.